awake every morning to the sun. Grab something to eat and get out on the run. I'll work all day and play all night. It's a Southern fried life for me. I like my life Southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play Southern fried and work Southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship Southern fried. Southern fried is the life for me. Dragging to work looking so rough. My boss man tells me I gotta be tough. Just get on the job and get it done. It's a Southern fried life for me. I like my life Southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play Southern fried and work Southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship Southern fried. Southern fried is a life for me. Tells me all the time that way of life will bring me down. I do my best to do things right, but it's a Southern fried life for me. I like my life Southern fried, from my breakfast to my baby at night. And all points in between I play Southern fried and work Southern fried. I live, love, and laugh and worship Southern fried. Southern fried is the life for me. Hey ho! Hey ho!
Well, happy Monday to everybody.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Whoops. Hold on. We got an echo from something. Me.
Oh,
Sorry.
why are we echoing? Don't you let us echo.
I had sound up on Rumble too.
Oh, okay. I hate it when I do that. And I forget about that a lot sometimes. But it's all right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Southern Fried Podcast here on a Monday. I'm Rob. That's Jen. We're here to brighten your day.
I
Brighten
hope
everybody's
so.
day.
Whew.
Brighten their day. Come on.
Brighten the day. We're brightening it today.
What are you doing to brighten everybody's day?
I don't know. I'm going to show
Sing
them.
us a song. Sing us a song. That'll brighten everybody's day.
Whatever.
Sing us a song.
I ain't singing no song. I'm going to show some cute kitten pictures.
Everybody sees cute kitten pictures. Sing us a song.
What do you want me to sing?
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille.
No.
4 hungry children and a crop in the field.
Why are you singing? Hush.
Oh, my goodness. So.
How was your day?
It was wonderful. Went to Albany, Georgia this morning. Got some stuff taken care of there. Hey, Barry, how are you? Barry said he's going to sing us a song.
Okay.
He's going to record it and send it to us.
Sounds good, Barry. Excuse me.
No, I had to go by the Social Security office, get a couple of things taken care of for Miss Page, and just doing our thing.
Yeah.
And by the time I got back, I done been through enough flashes and stuff from the shadows and stuff in the road and the light and the flickers and all that kind of stuff. I need to lay down for a little bit. So I did. And now I feel a lot better. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I took a couple of naps today, so I probably would have kept sleeping if Tressa wouldn't have called me wanting to go to lunch. And I was like, you got to get up. So I got up and met her for lunch.
Mm-mm.
So I did get a few boxes in from the garage, so then I took a nap.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Another nap.
Well, I saw Paige out there hula hooping a while ago.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So there's something I want to talk about. A lot of people don't want to talk about this kind of stuff, but I'm going to. There is no room for hate in this country. All right. I'm a Christian. All right. And a lot of people are Christians in this country. And we should all condemn hate no matter what its form. So we had a mosque shooting today.
I thought I saw something pop up about a shooting.
Yeah, it's Muslim. And there were 2 suspects involved in the shooting at the Islamic Center of San Diego. They were teenagers, 17 and 19. Both are dead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They told investigators that the suspect died. They believe that the suspects died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. And said no officers fired their weapons during the incident, although the investigation remains ongoing. So authorities have said, and this is coming off Fox, so I need to give credit there. Authorities said 3 adult victims were killed at the Islamic Center. They identified one of the victims as a security guard at the mosque, saying the guard played a pivotal role in preventing the attack from becoming even worse. Okay. There's no place for this. I mean, most Christians will get outraged when it happens to us and in our communities and our things. And in this country, whether you agree with the religion or not, it's not prefaced to the Constitution of the United States. All right? We're supposed to be able to have the freedom of religion and worship how we choose fit. Because you disagree with somebody in the way that they worship does not give you grounds to go out and kill them. I don't care who they are. The Islamics don't have the right to do it to Christians. The Muslims don't have the right to do it to Christians. Christians don't have the right to do it to Islamic and Muslim. There's got to be a line there. There's got to be room in this country. It's just like with Democrats and Republicans. I'm MAGA, okay? I believe in making America great again. Pro-Trump. I'm pro-Republican. I'm a conservative, okay? But we've gotten so divisive and so hate-filled in this country that there's no room to meet in the middle. There is room in the middle to meet. We can't be all the way right and all the way left and then leave the middle empty. All right? It doesn't make any sense. We've got to meet in the middle somewhere. And that doesn't just go for politics. That goes for religion. That goes for our communities, the whole 9 yards. And until we get to that point, we're going to keep having incidents like this. I don't like this. And I'm sure there'll be people out there on the internet that'll proclaim these guys as heroes. They are not.
No.
You know, sorry, just not. So, there's no room for this. None. And I keep harping on this, and I keep harping on the divisiveness in our country. Yeah, Lion King, let's aim for, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I took a break. Yeah, we can have you on for, hang on a minute. Let me get you a link sent. I took a break before we got started here tonight. Let me go over here and find my Discord. There it is. Give me just a second here.
While he's doing that, y'all, I want to talk about. You can't see this right here. This is from a different cat rescue. It's the one that's in Buford, Georgia. It's Cat Rangers, but they're talking about the kittens coming in. Their little small rescue group is caring for more than 75 kittens right now. And pregnant
Wow.
mama and cats are arriving every day. That means more. Sorry. Hey, get off of him. Sorry, y'all. That means more food, more formula, more medical care, and we can't do it alone. If you're looking for a way to help, now is the time. Please consider supporting us through our Amazon wish list or by donating at catrangers.org. We are in urgent need of canned kitten food. Fancy Feast is our preferred brand. Each kitten eats 2 cans of food per day. Every meal, every supply, every dollar helps save lives. Thank you so much. And you can see the cute little kittens that they have down, some of them that they have down here. But this is another one that I do follow to see all their little cats and stuff they have. So, you know, if you just got an extra dollar, maybe if you can help them out. I know I'm big on Floyd Felines. Raw's big on ARA, but if we can just kind of share the love, with another one, it would be great. Because I did look at Floyd Felines a while ago, and they're needing foster help, and it is about a 3-week commitment to help foster these kittens. They're adorable. They had a calico one, they got a gray one, they had a black one, and I think a black and white one. It was a bigger picture, so I couldn't get them all up here. But if you want to contact Floyd Felines up here in Rome about fostering around here, they'd be glad to have your help. I would love to foster a little kitten, but my 6, especially Roxy, she won't have it. I mean, she don't like it. When Jasmine was gone for a week, she growled and hissed, and still doing it to everybody since she's back home. But yeah, spay and neuter your cats, y'all, and dogs. I mean, both of them. I mean, we have so many babies being born right now, and we need to get it under control. There is help out there for low cost, or sometimes you can get it for free. So,
Yeah. Not only that, we have Animal Rescue Alliance down here too, and I'm sure they're going through the same thing. Barry wants to know if the name of the place in Buford is it Cat Leaders. Howdy, Lion King.
Hey, Lion King.
Hey, hola, everybody.
It's Cat Rangers.
Cat Rangers. Okay.
Yeah, Cat Rangers. So.
All right. So, what is your thoughts on the mosque shooting today?
Well, I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, I don't understand. See, I'm a Christian as well. I'm of non-denomination. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been to church in a long time. I'd say maybe 4 years since I stepped foot into a church, and but I don't feel as though I have to go to church. But the thing is the Quran. I've read the Quran. And literally, I've read the Bible 3 times, so I know the Bible. I skipped the Begottens and stuff, but and most people do, I believe so, because you get into the Begottens, it's like, ugh, yeah, I'm not reading all that. I want to get to the meat of the book, the meaning of it. But with the Quran, I mean, it's a cult. They're indoctrinated. They're taught one thing and one thing only, and you can meet people that think Muslims are friendly and this and that. No, they're not. No, the book explicitly tells them that you, as a person, if you are not a Muslim, you're an infidel, and they want to kill you. It tells you to kill them, kill the infidels. It tells them in the Quran to do that. It's an evil cult. It's sadistic. It's based on garbage. their own supposed Messiah, their prophet Muhammad, is a child rapist, a child beater, and a murderer. What? Because he likes trees?
All right. Well,
So
my
if you know
thought,
anything,
and
yeah,
my
if you know
thoughts
anything
on
about the
this.
Quran, they want you dead. So when these people do this, it's not a surprise to me. And you got to figure, I helped clean up the Gulf War. I served 92 to 96, so I came in after the Gulf for a cleanup stage.
Okay.
And I seen how these people act. I seen their lifestyle. I've seen what they do. Their main mission is to destroy Western society. That's it.
Yeah. The
And if
point that I
anybody
was
thinks
making
otherwise, they
was
haven't seen it.
that the point that I'm making is this is the United States. And we have differences of opinion on religion. As a Christian, I do not support Islam. I don't support Muslims. I don't. I don't agree with where they're coming from. But that does not trump the Constitution of the United States. They have a freedom to worship how they choose. That doesn't give them the right to kill anybody in this country. That doesn't give, as in this case, Christians in this country the right to kill them. All right, there's
Yeah,
got to
but
be some understanding there. And I know they
right.
don't agree with that. And they would, according to the Quran, they would wipe us all out. But this is still
Well,
the
that
United States.
they tell us
So,
that they tell everybody that they
yeah,
make it very known that that is their mission. The
and
leaders of the Muslim communities, they make it well known that their mission is to destroy us. See, now
yeah,
when the Constitution was formulated and all that, they didn't think at that time that Muslims, because at that time we were so separate that they didn't think that Muslims were going to come over here nor had the ability to come over here. Now
okay.
they're
So,
here.
but here's the thing though. If you can't go back and rewrite and leave parts of it out, because if you say, okay, you can come, if you're going to worship in this country, you can't be Islam or a Muslim. We're not going to accept that here. Where do you then draw the line? And how long is it before it's no religion? I mean, if we start down that road, that's a slippery road. And I have my thoughts on this, and I know some people hate me because of it. I'm still getting hate mail because of it, or thumbs downs. But if you start down the road where you ban one section of religion, it's a slippery slope that can lead to all religion getting banned. You know, there's no stopping
Well,
point.
but that's the thing. I call them muzzies. I'm sorry. That's my affiliation for them is muzzies. Now, here's the thing. No other religion wants that. Just their religion. They're secular. They want their religion to be your religion. And if you don't believe in them, then they want to dominate you. Look at what's going on in the UK.
Yeah,
And
I
if
see that.
if if they take over the UK, they get control of nuclear weapons. Oh, then we got a major problem.
Yeah,
We have a major problem. We're going to have to eventually step in with that because if they get control of the UK, which is what they're shooting for, then we have a real big problem because then we have to deal with nuclear warfare.
right. Let me see here. Let me see if I can. We did our Bible study tonight, and I want to read a verse out of here. And uh, and this is the words of Jesus. And so, as this is real fresh in my mind from our study tonight, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Let ye therefore be wise as the serpents and harmless as doves. All right. Just because we're out dealing with people that hate us and despise us doesn't mean that we can forsake the teachings of Christianity. We still have to, that's an example that we set. Now they don't agree with us and they take another road. That's on them. They can face the laws of the land, but it's not our place to go out and kill them. I don't think. That's my opinion, and I firmly believe that. But like I said, that is my opinion, and other people have others' opinions, and I'm willing to, you know, people talk about whatever they want, and on the show, and that's important to me. I think everybody should have a voice. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute. I've made my opinion on that pretty clear. Let's hear your side. I mean, let's. I mean,
Ah, well, I mean, oh, why am I hearing myself? But there's also you got Romans 13:4, okay, which clearly states, and this is from the Bible. Um, for the one in authority is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for rulers do not bear the sword for no reason. They are God's servants, agents of wrath, to bring punishment on the wrongdoer. In other words, don't sit around, and just be a weakling and allow everybody else to just mow you down. We have the ability to wield the sword and use God's wrath. I mean, I'm looking back, and you think about the Crusades. Everybody's like, "Oh, the Crusades, the Crusades." It was so bad for the Muslims. No, the Muslims were trying to wipe out Christianity. There was a reason the Crusades started. I mean, even though it was by the Catholics, and I mean, the Catholics, I'm up in arms about that. The Catholics, I think they're a little on the goofy side, but that's just my opinion. I mean, there are good Catholics out there. I've know Catholic converts, and I've know people that went from Christianity to a Catholic. So
okay. Well, I mean, this is something that we can really delve into. All right. G, where did? Oh, that was Jen. All right. And I'm open to having this discussion. Uh, that I understand where you're coming from in Romans. That's the leaders have that authority. All right, but we're not the leaders; we're followers, and so if the leaders of the country come in and take charge on it, and say, okay, look, you can come here, you can be a Muslim if you want to, but you can't go out there killing people. That's what our leaders need, the message that we need to be sending. In this country, if you want to go out there and you find a rock in your yard, you say, okay, I think that rock is God and I'm going to worship it. Now, I personally think you're an idiot. But if that's what you believe and that's what you go with, then go with it. All right. I'm going to try to talk you out of it, but there's a
what happened
huge.
to Sassy?
Do what? She had to step
I
off
said,
and just.
oh, okay, gotcha. She had to.
She hadn't fixed supper for her mom yet.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I haven't
But
seen
no,
that.
no. But that's the thing. It's like it's the Christians
Yeah.
can't be so docile, and the Lord in the Bible tells us strictly that. I know you said the leaders. It's not necessarily the leaders. We are all fucking. Pardon my French. Ugh, gosh, I gotta stop that. I apologize.
Okay.
But no, but we have to understand that. Remember the Crusades. We're all leaders because we're leaders of Christ. We believe in Christ. We have a religion too, and if our religion, it's like the don't tread on me flag.
Yeah.
What's the original name of it?
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's skipping my brain. I know it. The Gadsden. The Gadsden. Yeah. So it's like that. It's like we have something to protect as well. We can't just sit here and be like sheep sent out to slaughter, and they're the wolves. Because they are. They're the wolves. They want us dead. I mean, look at what's going on in Africa,
Yeah.
Nigeria. I mean, people, they're killing all the farmers. Now, here's the bad thing about it. They don't even understand what they're doing, because if they kill the white farmers, they're too stupid to actually irrigate and farm the land because they have a low IQ. They can't do it, so they're going to starve themselves out when all the white people leave, or they kill them all because they're Christians. It's like they're
Okay.
killing themselves in the process. It makes no sense.
Okay. Let me see if I can word this in the right way. Okay. As Christians, there's a huge difference, and there needs to be a huge difference between tolerance and acceptance. Okay? And that is two way different words. All right? And I believe in this country, the way our Constitution's written, we should be tolerant of other religions. We should be tolerant. But we don't need to accept people coming out and trying to kill us because of our religious beliefs. That is not tolerance. They need to be just as tolerant as we are. And if we're not going to accept what they believe, that's fine. They're not going to accept what we believe. That's fine. But there has to be tolerance in between the two.
They have
If we're
to obey
trying
the
to
laws,
change- I don't
just
agree
like
with
every
Chiara
just like
law,
every
I
other
don't agree.
American.
You know,
They have to
I
obey
think-
the laws, just like every American does. It's like me.
Absolutely.
You know, we got the illegals coming over, and they're basically a felony right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I go into a store and say I go into a store right now. Like I walk out of this studio right now and I walk down to my local store and I steal a candy bar and I get caught. That's petty larceny.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I'll go to jail for it.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance I would possibly go to jail
Yeah.
as well. I've been a bad boy in the past. I'm a good boy now. I have
Yeah.
been for a very long time, but still. The point of the matter is but they come over, they've committed crimes in their own country. They come over here, they walk in, commit another crime, which is a felony by sneaking into here,
Yeah.
and nothing happens to them. They
In
get
fact-
you want a
Get
credit
rewarded.
card? Oh, here's a free housing. Oh, we're gonna put you in a 4-star freaking hotel room.
Right. And
I mean,
while
it makes no sense. Here's free health care. Oh, you got teeth problems? Here, we're gonna fix your teeth. Shit, I've been dealing with a freaking tooth for months, and I have to pay out of pocket. And I almost had it done, but I got kicked out because I made a comment about the Democrats, and I was dealing with they were all libbies, and they kicked me out of the dentist's office. So there goes that chance. And I already paid the money to have the procedure done, but they still kicked me out because I made a comment. Because they turned CBS on in front of me, and they were saying that it was the Republicans' fault for the shutdown for TSA. And I said, my old lady was there, and I was just talking to her. I wasn't talking to anybody else. I said to her, I was like, that's retarded. I was like, everybody knows it's the Democrats' fault. They're the ones that shut it down. Oh, they heard that. They came in 4 deep. You got to go. You got to leave. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Well-
So I luckily I got my money back. Well, most of it. They still charged me $85. So I had to pay $85 to get treated like that.
Wow. Well, here's a thought for you. Okay. These people are coming in and taking advantage of the country. They're coming in illegally, which I do not support. in any shape, form, or fashion. Okay? I do not. Let me be very clear on that. I think if you come into this country illegally, you've already shown that you will not value our laws, period. All right? And
Yeah,
you know, that's
you
a no
broke them
right
right.
there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, you
the
broke them right
people
off the
that
bat.
are coming in and getting the free stuff and getting the health care and getting the phones and getting put up in these fancy hotels and these nice houses, whatever, uh, is that a border crisis or is that a government crisis? Because they're allowing it to happen. Where does the problem lie in that? Is it weak
Oh,
leadership that doesn't want to control the borders? Is it somebody that doesn't care about the people that live in this country and pay taxes to this government for them just to give it away with no return? Is that right? No, it's wrong. It's a form of theft, in my opinion. It's one of the reasons why I consider myself to be MAGA, is because we need to make this country great again. Our politicians need to care enough about the people that vote for them to enact rules and regulations for them and to protect them and the way that we live. Quit trying to change. All right, look, we got how many
why?
pronouns
Okay, so
now?
I don't understand. Okay, I wanted to make a comment. Barry, I'll let you do it. Barry C. Dog said, "I like the part of the Sharia law cuts off the hands of the thief and cuts things off pedophiles." If you want to respond to that,
Um, well, actually, I wanna move back a little bit further. Barry generally comes up with some pretty good stuff here. His original comment here, Janet, can we put that up?
Yes, though we have agreed to that
Yeah,
Americans. Okay,
yeah, we can put all his three of his
I
comments
will.
up.
I'll get them all up.
Okay. Um, and yes, I agree with you, Barry. Originally, the United States was a Christian country. You know, and it should still be. Okay, we agree with that. And it's a melting pot of faiths and religions. And you're right. We shouldn't have to sacrifice our faith and what we believe to cater to others. We should all have that right. What my problem is that we can't support people going out the killing between. That is not catering, you know, to others. We shouldn't be killing each other. Number one. Number two, this whole thing with Cheryl Law, no. Some of this may be good, cutting off the hands of the thieves and cutting things off pedophiles.
I don't think you
They need
should
to,
cut their hands off. I mean, dude, you know how many people's hands we'd be cutting off? Holy sh! I mean,
and while,
we'd be cutting off a whole. We'd have a lot of fertilizer.
yeah, and as far as cutting things off pedophiles, uh, look, Cheryl Law passes these sentences and they carry them out. In this country, we have courts for that. Okay. You may not like it, you may not agree with it, but we have this is a court. You know, I mean, we're a nation of laws. And I got them out of order. I'm sorry. And Barry said, tolerance implies we should just turn over and let your higher law or pronouns defy the day or cater to any of that. No, no. That's acceptance. We can tolerate another religion, all right? But that don't mean we accept it into our hearts or we agree or we support what they're spewing. It's just like the differences between Democrats and Republicans that we have in this day and age. We don't agree. All right. The far right and the far left are so far against each other. It's like you can't even call it two sides of the same coin, even though it's both politics. I mean, one's like, I mean, they're way far away from each other, and they're both extremists. The answer's somewhere in the middle. But you know, It's just like Christianity versus the Muslim. Muslims' beliefs are way over here. Christianity beliefs are way over here. And I'm just using this as an example. And while we may not accept what they believe, we have to find some way to tolerate. Uh,
Tolerance is a hard thing to deal with because of the
it
fact
is.
that you got to consider when you come to the conclusion that their mainstay and their thoughts and their ideologies will never be anything like what we consider normality as a Christian, nor a human being for that matter. I mean, there's something severely wrong and something has to be done. I'm sorry, but if they will never assimilate. They've already made this clear. So it's
Okay.
not going to get better. It's just going to get worse because they're not
Well,
going to stop. They know that we won't do anything to them because our politicians, the blue states where they're at, will not do anything to them. They will let them slide all day long. They got a free park. They got you know,
they got a free
a
pass.
a free pass, a ticket to do whatever they want.
Okay.
It's
Then
like here you go.
let me refer back to what I was saying before about tolerance and acceptance. Okay. Is that a Christian Muslim problem, or is that a government problem? That's the government. That's the people that were elected into office that's doing that and giving them the free pass and aren't acting in the best interest of the citizens that voted for them.
Yeah, but the
That's
thing
where
is,
the underlying
the
problem.
citizens that are voting on them should not even be voting.
I agree. A lot of them shouldn't be. A lot of them are here illegally, and a lot of them they're breaking rules,
Well,
whatever.
there's only
But the
there's only
fact
one way to
is,
change. There's only
the
one way to
fact,
change this, Rob, and that
yeah,
that is to make it when you are able to vote. You got to take a citizenry check. You got to understand the Constitution. You need to have a questionnaire before you're allowed to vote. Plain and simple. You got to understand the Constitution, how it operates, how it works, how our society works. And the problem with the government is we got these newer people in like Omar, we got AOC. They're all a bunch of dummies. Omar is over here just to grift. She's here to steal our money. All
yeah,
right. And you got several others as well. I mean, like Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democratic Party. I
yeah.
mean, ridiculous. You got Nancy Pelosi. I don't even understand what she's saying half the time because she's drunk. You got freaking Kamala Harris. She's drunk all the time. You've seen the last comment she made. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have, which was full retardism. And I swear to God, she was drunk when she did it.
Probably was.
And yeah, no, she definitely was. I could spot a drunk. I could see it. And yeah,
Well,
so we're like stuck in this. The problem is they're trying. Why did they try to fix something that was not broken in the first place? They're constantly trying to rearrange shit. Leave it alone. And everybody knows the common saying: if it's not broken, don't fix it.
yeah. I'm a firm believer of the KISS method, to keep it simple, stupid. And I have to go by that. Okay. I'm not the smartest person out there. I do have my own views. And I'll claim my views and I'll stand by them and I'll back them up. My views are based on, I try to keep them based on the Constitution that I give out here. I try to base it on the Constitution and what I believe is a religion. Um, Now, I do not think, I do not think, do we know the motive for this incident? I don't think the motive has come out yet. Hedge Moder,
Eh,
I don't think it's
The
come
the
out yet.
uh, the
They're
the
still working
motive
on
as pertaining to what?
the shooting today.
Oh, the shooting. Oh no, I haven't heard nothing about it as of yet. I just
Uh,
woke up a little while ago, so my brain rot has been
Yeah.
free today, so I didn't get my full onslaught of brain rotness today.
Well, this was two kids that shot Islamic mosque, and three people were killed. And they said that the two kids, 17 and 19, died. They're still investigating, but it looks like they died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
The two kids
So
that did the shooting,
yeah,
so they basically they Harry carried themselves
yes, they went in there and I think they killed three and then shot themselves.
and then shot themselves. Well,
Um, my whole point is, you know, whether this is not tolerance, I ain't saying you got to accept it or accept what somebody else's beliefs, but I'm saying we got to have more tolerance in this country than that. If that had happened the other way around, and the Islamists came in, two Islamic kids came in and shot up a church and then shot themselves, we would be absolutely teetotally outraged. Outraged. But these people are practicing their religion as they're allowed to do under the Constitution, whether we agree with it or not. Should the
well, see
outrage
that.
not be just as equal?
Well, see that wherein lies the problem. You see, like me, for instance, I'm not going to go out. I got my beliefs and all of that, but I have no urge to go out to any place and just kill some people.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was
Oh,
you got to figure out. I have killed people. I was in the Gulf. I was in the Army. So unfortunately, I was in a position where I had to freaking kill people. And am I happy about that? No. Do I have PTSD about it? No, I don't. I was there to do a job. I was told to do something. That's what I did. It was my job. It was my duty to my country. But the point of the matter is these people, when they commit these crimes, they're doing it because they're being brainwashed by the media, the stuff they see online, TikTok, all this other crazy crap, and they don't have the mentality to have an understanding of what is actually going on, nor the discipline, and they go in and they commit these violent acts, and then they shoot themselves because maybe they come to the conclusion, I fucked around and now I'm going to find out, and they just kill themselves. I mean, I'm a Christian, and from what I understand, Christians don't kill themselves. You're not supposed to.
Yeah. And I
Because
don't
if you do,
understand.
that's an immediate ticket to hell if you kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Well, it's not our place. That's God's place to judge. If I'm sure that if you're mentally ill or something like that, that could be a different story. A lot of people say otherwise. I firmly believe that we serve a merciful God, and it's His place to judge that, not ours.
No,
Um,
yeah. He'll make the final decision.
I don't want that job. I
Well,
don't.
he's got that job. He's the one
Yeah,
that put us here.
yeah. So He has that job, and I
I
don't.
think, and I also think God has I think God has a sense of humor as well. So,
No, I
because
guarantee you He does.
because I see some goofy ass people sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, the Lord touched you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what his sense of humor is, but he's got to have a sense of humor.
Hey, look. He put this crazy ass redneck up here on this earth. Here I am doing a podcast now, and it's growing and growing every day. And we thank all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. And he gave me a platform, and I try to respect the platform that he gave me. I try to do what he would have me do, and I try to speak with confidence in what I'm saying. And the only way that I can do that is to go by on here when we get into politics. I go by the Bible and I go by the Constitution. And I know there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. It's awfully hard to do that for a Christian. It's awfully hard to separate your beliefs out from everything else. And it's awfully hard to tolerate another religion. Just like it's hard for that other religion to tolerate us. But that
Well,
does not mean you accept it.
You have
tolerate.
you have to admit one thing, and and I mean, I pretty much guarantee you're on the same page as I am with this. When they took when they took out of the schools and they took that out of the schools and got rid of, like, having any knowledge
You're
of God.
you're
You know,
breaking up
no,
really bad.
did your channel die?
No, you're breaking up really
Oh
bad.
shit!
You're
I am.
good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check my. No, I'm good. I'm not dropping frames. Okay, but yeah, when they took religion out of the schools,
Yeah.
I mean, and they weren't teaching religion in schools. Not when I went. Not back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? You got up every day. You said, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You did that every day. They took
Yes.
it out and they did that. That's when you seen a firm drop. You've seen a firm drop in the way kids acted.
Yeah. I'll tell you something
And
else
that's
that
a fact.
took out along that time that affected the way the kids acted. They took out corporal punishment. They took paddling out of schools, which is,
And corporal punishment. Yep.
I think
That was a
hurt
bad
more
choice.
than anything. There's no
Yeah,
consequences.
that
No
yep.
consequences. Which is what
Yep. And then they implemented in sports in schools, they started giving participation trophies. You could be the shittiest player on a team and they would just give you a trophy. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You're getting a trophy for not accomplishing anything. What the hell are you doing?
And then it progressed even further. Okay, you can't compete against the boys and win. Say you're a girl and go compete against the girls. And we'll give you trophies for that and awards and medals and scholarships and all the work that women have put in this country to gain recognition for their achievements now are being stole by guys that
They're not dudes. They're not women. It's
No.
fucking girl. It's
It's crazy. I know it's all right, but it's crazy. If I was going to drop the F bomb, that'd be where I'd do it right there. And I dropped it the other night during my video game. And Jennifer,
I don't mean to do it. I try to be as PG as I can.
Yeah,
I'm just
but you know,
it's hard for me. So I have my
we've
fallacies. Nobody's perfect.
no, nobody is. So we've progressed from this state where, number one, we kicked God out of school. We kicked patriotism out of school. We made it to where there's no consequences, no corporal punishment. We kicked that out. You can't even hardly tell somebody they're doing wrong this day and age. We started giving out participation trophies, and then it progressed to where, all right, now you just got to
Okay,
show
okay.
up.
Then,
no matter
then
how crabby you are.
they take American flags out of the
Yeah.
school, and what do? They put in the LGBTQIP2 plus Michigan style football jiggle freaking whatever the hell it's called now. I don't know. There's so many acronyms. It's freaking crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, soon there'll be horse bangers in there. I mean, because that's the next step. I mean, they
Well,
never
I
stop.
mean,
Bestiality is going to
how
be
do you
perfectly fine soon enough.
how do you even keep up with all the pronouns?
I don't
How many
know.
pronouns do we have now?
Caesar, her, him. I wake up sometimes and I'm like, I'm a toaster.
For what?
Banging it up.
Oh, we can't talk about that.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's happened.
Yeah, it's
People are
already.
getting arrested for that.
People are already getting arrested for bestiality and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they'll try to make it legal. I mean, what are they? They're already trying to. They got this. It's maps. They call them maps.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? So you want pedophiles to be perfectly fine because it's
No.
bad to go against pedophiles? No, I got a place for you. It's called the wood chipper. That's it.
All right. Well, I will say this, and it does say this in the Bible too. Jesus said it'd be better for you to have a millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the river than to harm one of these children. And that is said.
No, I know it said.
So, that's but at the same point in time, they deserve their day in court in this country. Now, they're going to face much harsher judgment than what we can ever give them, but more than likely they're going to prison. I'm going to tell you something. From what I hear, in prison, they don't like them guys or girls. They wind up in a bad shape.
No, they don't. I'm talking from experience. So
Oh,
I
well,
told you
number
I
one,
was a bad. I used to be a bad boy. I did
yeah,
things.
Barry said he
Nothing.
identifies as
I didn't do anything bad, but
Jennifer, can you put
uh,
that last comment
Yeah.
up?
as you, in my opinion, many of the issues could be fixed by
Yeah, we're going to put that all the way up on the screen.
through
Uh,
development, voting
Whoa. What? Not
them
that
out
much.
and voting
uh,
them out.
one of
He
the,
meant he meant voting them out.
yeah, um, one of the
That's
one
what
of
we're
the
doing
things
now.
that
We
we
got
harp
midterms.
on, one of the things we harp on this show is voting, and not necessarily at a federal level. It's so much more important to vote at your local level.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
nobody wants to vote in their local elections. Oh, they'll go out and vote for a president, but the ones that affect them directly, that's making the laws and the rules that affect you directly, people won't get off their butts long enough to get out there and cast a vote for that. Oh, it's not
Yep.
for. It's like the people that say, "Oh, well, the lottery's only up to $10 million. I just ain't gonna get off my butt and go up there and buy no lottery ticket. I'm gonna wait till it gets up to about 50 or 60 million." You knuckleheads! If you're gonna play the lottery, play the lottery. You know, but
Yeah, and then you bitch about you bitch about the local laws, and it's like, ugh. It's like me,
yeah,
for instance. I can't have on my property, and I'm outside of the city district, and I've got land, but my laws do not allow me to have chickens or any kind of self-producing things. Like I can't have if I wanted goats. Like say if I wanted goat milk or I wanted this, I can't have them on my property. I'm not allowed to. They'll find me.
oh wow. Are
I've
you
been
living
trying
on
to fight
the
it.
limit?
No, I'm upstate New York. I'm in Queensbury, New York,
Okay.
but I'm on the outskirts.
Right.
So I'm not within the city, but they I'm restricted from doing it. And I vote all the time. I vote, vote, vote. I
Yeah.
go door knocking. I literally door knock and try to talk to people. I
I
mean, and
can't.
it's crazy.
You're gonna have to tell
Sometimes,
me how to say this. Hiju Madre. Hopefully I got that right. In my opinion, many of these issues could be fixed at the local level by paying attention to our representatives and calling them out and voting them out.
them out. Yeah, them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Barry said he voted 2 weeks ago, and yes, I voted locally against the educational special local option sales tax. Okay, there you go. But yeah,
Yeah,
our
because
local elections are mostly
there's always on the bottom of the voting, you'll have like there'll be like two or three special things that you have to specifically vote yes or no on. Like for
yes.
instance, I don't know where he's from, Barry C. Dog, but yeah, always on the bottom. You got to pay attention to those, and you got to know what that's about. You have to pay attention. That's the problem. There's so many people with their head stuck in the dirt like a freaking ostrich. It's ridiculous. They don't know what they're voting on. You have to
Yeah,
pay
we had a
attention to these.
bunch of stuff, and I was like, "What is this?" So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
even if it causes problems with your friends or the people that you talk to, because that's where lies the problem. It's like, all these people, like we get people in here, we get people, they hang out with, they're from different areas and stuff like that. But when they have talks with their families or whatnot, there's a song that I play which is hilarious, and it shows people around a Thanksgiving dinner, and it's called "I Hate These Days." and they start throwing food at one another, and they're all messed up in the head. Like one's smoking meth in the bathroom, the other one's a tranny. He's in the bathroom. He tries to molest the other guy, but they're talking politics, and everything just goes all crazy because they can't communicate with one another because nobody can debate or have a civil conversation. People have lost their freaking minds.
Yeah. It's like when we first started this, we came at this problem from two different directions. All right. With the Muslim and the Christian, we came at it from two different directions. We don't 100% agree on this. That's okay. We don't have to. We don't have to. You have your opinion on it, and I have mine. They're pretty close, but they're not exact. But, you know, it's okay. I still respect your right to have an opinion. I still respect your opinion. You still respect my right to have an opinion. You respect my opinion. Jenneth is down here judging both of us. Like, you idiots, will y'all shut the hell up?
She's quiet as hell. She's like a freaking mouse.
No, she's working her butt off down there trying to keep up with all the other comments too. So, you know, it's okay. You know,
So hold on. So let's bring her out. Sass.
No.
What is your opinion? Don't give me a no.
ain't gonna be
No.
Come on. I'll get it out of you.
No. Y'all carry
She
on.
said a herd of wild cats couldn't drag it out of her.
Y'all carry on.
She's just having fun listening. Hey, it's
Hey,
Anthony. Oh, okay. Anthony, I'm doing fine, Jake. I'm feeling all right now. Thank you for asking. Anthony says, for me, once the Romans took over religion, it turned the religion of Jewish carpenter and Jesus to an institutional religion that wants to dominate the world. Yeah, I can kind of see that. It has it. Look,
I don't want to.
I
I
do
don't
not
want to. I
agree.
don't want to give my expression upon that.
Okay, I'm going to because I'm not.
Okay, you go, and then I'll follow it up.
You ready for this? All right, here we go. I do not agree with the tenets of Catholicism. Jesus, to me, said it plainly that the only way to the Father was through the Son. All right, He's the one that died for our sins. He's the one that we go to get salvation. We don't need the Virgin Mary or the whatevers and the whatevers to intercede on our behalf. Jesus already did that. All right, but with the priest giving out penance for sins, that they're just as bad as sinners as we are. As these priests give out penance for sin, they get authority and power, and that flows uphill all the way up through the Vatican. Without them, we don't have salvation. They have to give us penance. That's not the way Jesus set it up.
Yeah.
And that's what I go by, is by the teachings of Christ Jesus. And that's what they say they go by. But there again, actions speak louder than words. For them, it feels to me like a power grab. I'm not saying there aren't going to be Catholics in heaven. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there's not going to be Baptists in hell. I'm not saying that either. But what I'm saying is, I don't agree with
break that down to so many denominations. I mean, you got the Protestants. Okay, so what about the Mormons? I mean, what the hell is up with that?
Look.
I mean, if you look back at history with the Mormons, they're very violent. They were extremely violent back in the 1800s.
Look at a sea truck.
Yeah,
they were very violent, and even the 1700s, they were extremely violent.
But you
they
know,
were as bad as the Indians.
Anthony says, I'm a Catholic myself, and I followed the actual teaching of Jesus, not this BS that the Vatican is giving us and force feeding us. Well and good. You know, if you're following the teachings of Jesus, I'm going to see you in heaven, brother. Good. You know, and that's what the point that I'm getting at. But, you know, there again, I don't agree with Catholicism. If you look back historically, what group has killed more Christians than any other group?
The Muslims.
No,
No?
Catholicism. Catholics have killed more Christians than any other group.
Well,
That's
if you
going all the way
combine,
back to the Roman Empire.
it's gotta be close.
I don't know. Let's look it up. And even Anthony says the Catholics.
Yeah, I just seen that. I could be wrong. That's why I didn't say I'm 100% correct.
Let's say more
I'm not vehement or yeah, blah blah blah.
than
Vehement about it.
Catholics. Let's see if we can do it this way.
You're gonna grok
I
it?
don't think going all the way back.
Are you using grok?
Google.
I'm gonna
Are
use
you-
Google right here. I just got an AI.
Oh, you should grok it. Google a hole.
Let's see here. Direct religious violence and indirect religious violence, state justified. They're going through all this stuff here. And they're not breaking it down by denominational stuff. Christianity, the Crusades, 1 to 3 million. That was Catholics, if I remember correctly.
The Catholics were from the Crusade. Yeah, the Catholics were Crusades. They
European
were the ones that
wars.
would kill Muslims.
Here's a good one. The European Wars of Religion. That was between Protestants and Catholics. 8 to 12 million. The Spanish Inquisition, 30,000 to 300,000. The 30 Years' War, from 1618 to 1648, 4.5 to 8 million. And then we get to Islam, which is the Ottoman conquest, which
Yeah, the Ottomans.
is 13 to 15 million. Islamic State today, 2014 to present, 150,000 to 300,000 plus. Hinduism, partition of India, 1947, that was 500,000 to 2 million. But if you total up the Crusades, the European War of Religions, that's 15 million, and 300,000, 15.3, and H 23.3 million. Then you get to Islam at 15 million. Either way, it's an awfully high number.
Either way, you got people that are just decimating Christians.
And then
Anthony just said the Salem witch trials actually in the United States. Yes, I'm close to Salem.
Catholics. That was
We're
Protestant.
not Catholics. They were Protestants and Puritans. Yeah, they were a wacky bunch.
Yeah. And Anthony says,
And
I
they
agree
still-
with
they
Ron.
still
Catholics
are.
have killed the most Christians because of the necessity to force feed religion to people they believe are savages. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of I would like to delve into that further at a later point in time. We don't have time tonight.
Ouch.
But I tell you what, let's give it. Will y'all continue on and let me take a short break? And we're going to continue on.
Sorry.
Don't owl at me.
The cat's biting my foot.
Well,
Okay,
y'all can talk
the
about
cat's
that.
biting her foot.
Lion King,
I'll
go
yeah.
ahead and pull some more of that information out of her. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Work on
I'll
it.
do
Just
my
give me a
best.
few minutes.
I
Just
shall do
have
my
fun.
best.
Would you consider the religion that the Nazis believe Catholic, or are they Protestant?
That's hard to say. That's hard to say because they were so the Nazis. Okay, the
They had
Nazis.
a lot of
They're
other
citizens.
stuff mixed in there with it, with some of the
Yeah.
Norse gods and stuff like that. So they had a lot of weird stuff. I don't even know if I'd want to try to label that.
The thing
But-
is that the Nazis and go ahead, do what you got to do, Rob. Get it out of the way quick. All right, go take your doo doo. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm just speculating. No, as far as the Nazis, I'm perfectly honest with you. They were so subdued that you know their own children, if they weren't doing what the Führer was telling them to do, aka the leader. We all know who the leader is. If you don't know who it is, well, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, but if they didn't believe in what he believed, the kids would narc out the parents and they would come and kill them. Even their own kids would kill them. That was completely 1984 type crap. And if you didn't if you read 1984, then you understand. Or I mean, Jen is gonna give me laughs. That's it. That's fine. I'll accept that. All right, Anthony. Um, but I'm just saying. But as far yeah, but the kids would kill you. But there's another book too. It's called Fahrenheit 9/11 that was written by Ray Bradbury long before 1984 came out by Orson Welles. So if you guys are interested and you never read it, it's Ray Bradbury 9/11. It's got like a fire guy on it. It's a if you know, then you know. You can find the book, and it's a short read. It's not really long, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
I read 1984. That makes me a minority because George Orwell said lunatic is a minority of one. Well, then, all right. So, do you consider yourself a minority one?
Let's see.
Well, yeah, Nazis were socialists, but no, they were on the verge of it was basically communism. So yes, Hydra Madre, yeah,
Barry.
it was communism. Well, hey, Barry C. Dog, turn out the lights. I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for.
Oh, Anthony
Hey,
had to read
Joel.
for school.
But yeah. So, but as far as going back to the Bible, I wanted to say something about it's time for Christians to raise the sword and stop being a pansy. I know, not violently, but just don't be a weakling. That's the problem. We're allowing all of this to happen if we're Christians because we don't feel safe. Like me, I don't go out. I wear bad shirts. Like I got a don't get dead shirt on. I go out and I immediately get funny looks because they know. Like certain people know, and some people like it, but some people don't like it. So I try to stay out of the public space because I can't deal with the idiots anymore. Do you feel that way, Jen, when you go out?
What?
Sassy, do
What?
you feel bad or do you feel awkward when you go out with the people you're around? I don't
Not
know your
much.
area, so
Not much. And I don't go out a whole lot either. I have a couple of friends, I do lunch with, and then I take mama to doctor's appointments. But other than that, I don't do much of anything.
so you become a what do they call them a hermit. You're a hermit.
Just about.
Yeah, I become a hermit. Barry C. Dog says, I think people cherry pick and misconstrue a lot of verses in the Bible. I see where Jesus says, defend yourself. Yes, he specifically says, defend yourself. Yes. Just because you're forgiving and you have a demeanor about you that seems weak But no, you got to have a way about yourself to defend yourself, and don't get dead. It's the
Mhm.
101 rule. Don't get dead. If you're a Christian, somebody doesn't like your Christianity, you know what? Be prepared. Don't turn your back, because some people are crazy. Well, people are crazy.
Yes, they are.
Turning the other cheek does not mean offer somebody your neck. Jesus went after the money changes, remember? Yeah, no, I remember that. Yes, all too well.
Anthony said the issue is the extremist part of these religions wrap the Bible and the Quran to justify their hatred for people, and that's the people that we see on the news, like Jerry Falwell.
Yeah. You forgot his wife. What was his wife's name? Oh, she always had the mascara, like she cried and it would just like freaking leak all over her face.
I don't know.
Well, that was back in the 80s.
She needed a waterproof.
Oh, she needed something.
Well,
But
you said,
was it Jessica Falwell or something? I can't remember. It's been a long time. But well, they're all past now and anyways. Yeah, they were grifters. That's like you got what's the other grifter? Oh man. Anybody know the name of the guy that had all the money that was found in his house stuffed into the walls? He was he's the religious guy that he has all the these big ass chapels and stuff like that.
yeah.
What's his name? My old lady used to like him until I finally got her to understand what he was. He's a grifter. Oh, starts with a J, I think. Shit, my old lady actually has a book from her in the dresser. I'm not gonna go look for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're Barry
Holstein.
Stog. You're right. Tammy Faye Baker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
What
You
are
are
you
you are right on that. That was Tammy Faye Baker.
The makeup queen.
Oral Roberts or Oystein is another. Yeah, the new one, the new guy that's still, yeah, the one that had the money that they found in his shit because he was embezzling money from the church. Hey, give me tithes. I'm taking your tithes.
Yeah. The one I always liked was Oral Roberts, unlike me. Y'all remember Oral Roberts
Yep.
and
Yeah,
his Tower of Power? He got it said, unless we raise Joel Osteen. There you go.
yeah, Joel Osteen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Man, I
like
used to have to
Oral
listen to that
Roberts,
shit every Sunday. My old lady would have that blaring on the freaking TV. And I'm like, "Ugh, he's such a grifter."
yes. Barry said, turning the other cheek does not mean offer somebody your neck. Jesus went after the money changers, remember, and he did. Uh,
Yes, we've
look,
been reading all Barry's.
okay. Um, how about
Creflo
Creflo
Dollar.
Dollar? The guy who they found was using his own church to buy massive private jets and a massive
Yeah,
yacht.
they all do it. There's so
The
many
grifter.
grifters. It's just unbelievable. But I mean, you got it online too. I mean, if you look it up, okay, I'll give you a prime example online. Even you got Candace Owens, grifter, Tucker Carlson. I used to like Tucker Carlson. I don't know what the hell happened to him. And then you got freaking Nick Fuentes. That guy, he batshit crazy grifter. I'm sorry, I'm not a groiper.
Yeah.
I pay attention to all this shit. Unfortunately, and I say that like I apologize for the swear word, but I should say poopy or something. But I'm working at it. It's a work in progress.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
Hey, you're
Nobody.
doing fine.
You know, But you
but
know,
yeah,
what we
these people just grift off of people, and they make a lot of money off of it.
yeah,
And you know what? The people that actually talk the truth and actually speak the truth, like what we're doing right now, we're just like on the low end scale. You know what
but
I'm
you know
saying?
what?
And it's
You
like
know what? If
but we're
there's
getting the word out a little bit. But
yeah,
these
but if
people have
there's
masses.
enough,
They're like cults.
yeah. Um, if there's enough of us people on the low end speaking the truth, we'll get the word out. The word will go out. All right. Then there's still going to be people taking in every day, and that's going to happen. You know, people will go out there. They got these big talkers and these talk guys that come out there and tell you all this stuff and mislead people, and people want to believe. They want to believe in something. And these guys say, well, you know, you send me this money and I'm going to pray for you and you're going to get rich, or you're going to get this and you're going to get that. It's not the way it works. But, you know, unfortunately, people have to find that out the hard way, you know. Uh, and I hate that. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, the truth is the truth. You can't change.
There's nothing we could do about it. I mean, well, we are doing something about it. Yes, that'll change you right there. Is that
This
the is that the King James version?
yes,
Okay, good.
yeah. It's the only one that I use now on the Bible study. We use a couple of different versions, but we go by this one, and then we use the New King James, another study Bible to study. Okay, because some stuff is hard to understand in the King James, so we break it down a couple of different ways. But the King James is the backbone. Okay,
Right.
uh, but you know, you can Oral Roberts. If I don't get $1 million, if we don't raise $1 million, God's going to take me home. Well, take him home. That was my whole thought when I saw that. When I was a kid in high school, when I saw that, I was like, well, it's time for you to go home.
Yeah.
You know, that gone. You know, that's not. Hmm. But long story short, I mean,
Yes.
you know, we've
And they only have 5
Rob,
as well.
let's see.
So, like,
What are you guys' honest opinion on the seed faith churches
that's hard to find.
that have popped up since the advent of television in the late 80s? Guys like Jerry Falwell, Pat Robertson,
Everyone starts off
Tammy Faye Baker.
blue.
Tammy Faye Baker, yeah.
Oh, God. Let me.
Grifters. They're grifters.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're basically. I mean, they're
Give
saying
me money.
they're spouting the Bible, but they're not doing it with good intention. It's
Yeah.
their main mission is to suck you in and to take your money,
Yeah.
because most of the time they're always asking for your money. And the Lord, Jesus never wanted that. He was anti
No.
that.
Yeah.
That's why he
Yeah.
went up and kicked over the table with the tithes and with the Romans and in the church and defied them.
Barry, you are absolutely right. Barry threw this out there. He says some of them probably started off as a genuine church, but as they grew and got greedy, just like our politicians, they started stealing. It's just like the stuff going on in Minnesota and California. Once the fraud started back in the late 90s, it just grew and grew and grew and grew. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but Barry, see, I see it I see it your way. I agree with you, but I have a little something to put in there. The thing is some of these people, I think a lot of these people went in with the intention of doing that. I think they went in with it with bad intentions. I don't see it as good intention. If you go with good intentions and you are solid and you believe in the Lord or you're a Christian or any kind of person or whatever, you have to have some morals. But these people had no morals when they went in because you don't change like that. The greed can affect you, A lot of people, yeah, the greed will get once you start getting the money and you're like, oh, I'm untouchable. But at that point, it's like you become a fallen angel.
Well, but I
You know?
kind of all right. I differ with your thought process just a little bit there. In my opinion, and this is coming out of the Bible too, we have all sinned and come short of the glory of God. All of us are sinners. None of us are better than the others. Nobody's sin in the eyes of God is worse than anybody else. It's all sin. It's all wrong. It's all bad in the eyes of the Lord. Now, as me and citizens of this country, we have levels of law that punish different crimes differently. All right, but in the eyes of God, it's all sin. Now, do I think some crimes should be punished worse? Yes, but we're human and we're mortal, and we don't have God's take on it. It's God's place to judge our immortal soul, but that's His job. Now, while you're here on earth, if you have a debt to society to pay, you should have to pay that debt, as society sets it. But ultimately, God's going to be the one to judge that, not us. So, and I'm not perfect. So, if these people made a mistake, to say, I'm not the most moral person out there. Okay, I have made my share of mistakes, and I freely admit that. I am not better than anybody else out there. All right. But I try to do right, and I try to do as God leads me to do. And I do it, hopefully, with His guidance and to the best of my ability.
Yeah, but
Now, if I went into doing like the Bible study that we do on Monday nights at 6 o'clock, y'all are all welcome to join in. We'd be happy to have you. If I went into that with the sole intent of making money and fleecing as many people as I could, that would be wrong. And that would not be from God. That would be from me. And there's a huge difference between letting the Lord direct you and you directing the Lord. Okay? If you're trying to get into this to swindle people and stuff like that, you are scum. And you're just like the money changers that Jesus was kicking out of the temple. I mean,
Well,
come on.
that's the thing. It's like you come into it, you have a conscience. You know if you're doing it, and are you going to eat yourself alive because you're constantly berating your own self, and if you're smart enough to be a swindler, you're smart enough to know that you're a scumbag,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you're willing just to accept that you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it turns into because I mean fuck. Oh shit.
Uh,
Upstairs.
uh,
Play days.
See,
excuse me.
but you got to learn how to catch yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you just want to completely just okay, screw it. I'm just going to be a scumbag, and I don't care about the repercussions or anything, or about my destructiveness to anybody or their mental thing. They're following me. I'm gonna. I mean, it's don't drink the Kool-Aid. What is this?
Yeah. Jim
Jones,
Yeah.
Jim Jones. Yeah,
Very
you know what I'm
sad. That's
saying?
why
Like,
with this recent shooting, it's best to wait till all the truth comes out, and then you can form an opinion. I can kind of sort of go along with that. Were these guys bullied? I mean, was there something else going on? There was there some underlying thing that led
well,
to it. I would
that's
like
like
to have all the information.
Well,
for
You know,
instance, tomorrow I can almost guarantee. I don't know what time did this happen.
I don't really know.
Was it
Let's see.
early in the morning? Was it in the afternoon? Midday?
9:42 a.m. That's when the investigation
Mm.
began.
Okay, so I can almost guarantee you that because I didn't watch Dan Bongino nor Crowder today, but I can almost guarantee that the information was on both those channels. And as usual, Dan Bongino is going to tell you, you know, don't jump to conclusions. Wait for more information to come out. because you're gonna have a lot of pundits that are gonna start making conspiracy theories on why it happened, what did this, what did that. There are rules that you follow. You wait for information to come out, and
Yeah.
then you have a solidified comment to make about it because you actually have the real information. You don't just jump to conclusions. I mean, shit, you don't know. I did it again. Dang it.
Uh, I'm going to say this. All right. I'm proud of you, sir. You really are making an effort, and we have heard you on uh, Discord. You've been on the show before, and I really appreciate the effort that you make. And you're doing great. Don't sweat it. This is PG-13 ish, so don't sweat it too much. But we really do appreciate the effort that you're making.
Well, at least
Okay.
I get a giggle out of you. I'm not doing it for reason.
I've been on to say some words. I'm not perfect. You know, uh, so I've thrown out my share of shit, hellfire, damn son of a before. I mean, it's happened.
Right.
But PG-13 ish. We would like for the kids to be able to watch, but on some of the topics we covered, probably better
I'm
than
sure. I'm sure the kids have heard worse.
I'm sure, and they probably taught us a lot.
Well, they go to school. Trust me, you hear a lot worse in school. But yeah. So just we're gonna wait, and I'm pretty sure like if you guys are you guys going live tomorrow night, or how are you guys operating?
We generally go live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
All right, good. So if you get on live tomorrow, then we'll have more information about it. But that might not even be enough information.
And why not?
So
But
because
it'll
you
come
never
out.
know.
Yeah, it all comes out, and
I
we're just
mean,
coming one of those days. We're just going to see where it all comes from. Right now, what the only thing that I was making on it, and the only reason why I was willing to make this point is the difference between tolerance and acceptance, and we don't need to tolerate. We don't need to accept this kind of behavior from anybody. All right,
yeah,
we
we don't
shouldn't go out
do
and
it.
kill Muslims, and Muslims shouldn't go out and kill Christians. We shouldn't be doing that. And in this country, it's illegal, and our politicians and stuff need to enforce that. And then quit coddling both sides. If you're a Christian, you go out and do this, you should face the full consequences of the law. If you're Muslim or Islamic and you go out and you do this, you should face the full consequences of the law. The law needs to apply equally to both sides.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
that's what
that's
I'm saying.
one thing that's failing in the prior administration.
Yeah.
It's starting. The pendulum is starting to swing, but we have a problem. If we lose the midterms, we have a severe problem.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
telling us what they're going to do. They're telling
Well,
us they're going to do. They're going to pack the Supreme Court.
yeah.
They're going to redistrict.
Yeah.
They're going to basically try to annihilate the Republican Party.
Yeah. That's been their goal from the get go.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's been their like,
it's been for a
all
long
the
time.
all
They've
the
been doing it shit
yeah.
since when Jefferson was in office. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, a long time ago. This was back in the Battle of New Orleans and stuff. The Democrats were against it, and
Yeah.
Jefferson had to fight against it.
The
So
bottom line is both sides want power. Okay. And I'm gonna say it, I've been harping on it. This whole country needs to get their act together. We can't be all extreme right and all extreme left. We have to work together. We've got
it's
to get
called.
somewhere in the middle ground.
Yeah, but the problem is, and you know it as well as I do. This is why I don't. This is why I don't go out in public anymore and all that. I mean, in the little times that I do, when I do go out, because most of the time I order from Wally World, I get my orders delivered from. I don't go out. I try to stay away from the public because when you go out, there's a realization that there's no more common sense anymore. I go to the store the last time, and I opened up the door for a woman,
I love it.
and she grimaced at me,
I,
and she says, "What do you think? I can't open the door for myself?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, here we go again."
Yeah.
Then I get in the store, and her little kid was right beside her, her little girl, and she looked at me and she hissed at me. I was like, what the freaking frack is going on here?"
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, freaking crazy Phil. Just, I went in and got my stuff and got the hell out as soon as I could.
Okay.
I'm like, this is insane,
I'm
Phil.
gonna. No,
I don't think about
I'm gonna throw something out for you. I firmly. All right, and Anthony, you're right. The Republicans started this in Texas when they did the redistricting thing in Texas. Anthony, how do you feel about the new Supreme Court ruling where race does not matter in redistricting? I'm curious on this because I have a thought on this, but I want to see what your thought is if you're still there. Um, I want to see where your thought is because there's a point that I'm going to make here. I'll go ahead and make it. I think it's the greatest thing that could have ever happened for people of all color and races. And men, women, it doesn't matter your color. Your votes counted equally. We're all Americans. And doing away with race and redistricting was the greatest thing to ever happen. Uh, to me, the Supreme Court, I see, has been trying to take away the Voting Rights Act for over 30 years. I'm not shocked. I'm disappointed that they will put their thumb on the scale like that. Okay. And Anthony, I recognize and I understand from the conversations that we have, you're more blue, way more blue than I am. Okay. And that's fine. I don't care. My whole thing is we just took race out of the equation. We took race completely out of it in that ruling. It doesn't matter if you're white, brown, black, yellow, whatever. It doesn't matter. You get a vote, but now race doesn't matter. And it never should have mattered to start with.
Yep.
We're all Americans. So we just take it out of the equation. Why aren't we doing this in a lot of other things? That's the way it should be. Just take race out of it. Let the law apply equally to everyone. What a novel concept. I love it. You know, you want to stop dividing people, quit being divisive. Yeah, dadgum. What do you think? What do y'all think?
Well,
Yeah, he was just fucking with you.
I'm not going to be divisive. My thought on it is this is what the Democrats want. They are the most divisive in the party. They've been doing it for years and years and years. They lie about the history. They want to hide the history. They don't want them to be affiliated with somebody said something about the KKK. And I'm like, yeah, that was the Democrats. But everybody blames the Republicans. Well, they don't even understand. It's just like who stopped the Civil War and this and that.
That was the Republicans.
They don't want to. I know it was the Republicans. Actually, it wasn't the Republicans. It was a different party at that time. It started with a W. I can't remember the exact name.
Do you know
It was
who
before
the first Republican president was?
Yes.
'Cause I know it was Abraham Lincoln was the first
Yeah,
Republican.
but he wasn't initially a Republican. He's the one that started the Republican Party.
Okay.
There was they were called the WAG shit. I can't remember the name of the original party. It was a weird name. It was like a 4-letter name. But that's what That's what Lincoln originally was. Does anybody here know their original name?
The former Whigs,
Yeah, the
WHIG.
Whigs. Yeah, the Whigs. Yep, he was part of the Whigs before the Republican Party was started.
The party's first presidential candidate was John C. Fremont in 1856. Abraham Lincoln became the first Republican president in 1860. Um, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Because the Democrats want to hide the true history of America. They don't want people to know what's going on. They want to act like they've had their hands clean this entire time. They haven't been gerrymandering everything they can get their hands on, and it's a fact. If you read books like there's a good read. It's called it's a lot. It's long. It's a big book, but it's gonna tell you a lot of things, and it's called the shit. How do I know? I'm having a brain fart.
It's all right.
The crap. I gotta look it up real quick
Okay.
because I got it saved.
Uh,
The Unseen Hand.
the Unseen Hand. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Unseen Hand. It's written by Epperson. Now you read that, and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna open your eyes up to a lot of things. A lot of things. It's gonna open your eyes up to it goes into everything throughout the history of the United States. I mean, because a lot of people don't even understand, like for instance, China used to be a republic constitution
Yeah.
until they switched. Russia actually helped us in our independence.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they switched. I mean, you got the North. Okay, so China went communist, and then during the Korean War, Taiwan, which was a part of China, which shifted off because they went communist and they broke off. That's what happened with Taiwan. They had a chance to take China back during the Korean War, and the United States stopped them from taking China back.
Yeah.
During that war. So there, like I said, just read The Unseen Hand. You're going to find out a whole bunch of stuff that you never even thought was possible. It's all cited. If you understand what citations mean, it's
Yeah.
everything is factual. It's not a bullshit book. It's not a conspiracy book. It's stuff that really happened. And it tells you about how the Democrats did all the gerrymandering and how the Fed was created, and Jefferson stopped it twice to get rid of the Fed.
Okay. Now, I'm going to throw out two things here. Number one, there's another book, and I'm an avid reader. Let me throw this book out there for y'all to read. It's been around for a long time. It's called Animal Farm. If you want to
I've read it.
understand, yeah,
I
check
read
it
it.
out. Anthony threw out some comments here. He says, Rob, I can't remember why I saw this article, but it was done by two political lawyers doing their research on redistricting. And they were saying that it disproportionately reflects, and he corrected this, black and brown communities a lot more than it does other communities. Okay, but Anthony, race doesn't matter anymore the way that the Supreme Court has ruled on this. Race doesn't matter. So you can't say that it's disproportionately affecting black and brown communities if color doesn't matter. Color doesn't matter. They don't care what color you are. That's what I'm saying. I think it's should be one of the most freeing things ever for other communities. Ray said, I forget the author. There's another book I've read, and it's on YouTube.
I'll be right back. I gotta do a quick bio real quick.
Understand. It's called The Naked Communist, and it was read in front of Congress back in the 80s. Yeah, there have been several things like that, dude. But I love the fact that we could just take it out. It shouldn't matter to start with. You know, why? Why should a black vote mean more than a white vote? Why should a brown vote mean more than a white vote? Why should an Asian vote mean more than a Hispanic vote? Why? It doesn't matter. Just vote. Just vote. My goodness.
Got to do it tomorrow.
Yeah. You're doing it tomorrow?
No, I've already done it, but tomorrow's voting day. Tomorrow, you
Yeah.
know, prime.
Primary?
Yeah, a prime day, whatever you want to call it. Got to vote for
Yeah.
that governor and lieutenant
Yeah.
governor and all that shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And I don't care who y'all vote for. I don't. Vote where your heart goes. I have never told anybody what political whatever they should vote for. I know what I vote for. And I'll probably voting all red on this one because I haven't seen a blue that caught my eye at all. So, but vote where your heart dictates, but vote. Everybody, all y'all, get out and vote. Everybody, these matter. Barry said, I voted early, so I'm done until November.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Unless we have a runoff.
yes, and that could very well happen. So, Barry said the proper solution might be by zip code. Maybe. They don't look at none of it. Just go by zip. That could be an interesting way to do it, or by county, even. I don't know. So seems like we already have a county thing set up. For state elections. I don't know why we couldn't just do it by county, the whole county. Do it by whatever. But yeah, let's just take race out of it completely. Doesn't matter. I like that. Now I'm gonna back up to you.
Sorry.
Anthony says, Rob, I'm to the point where I'm sick and tired of the BS coming out of both parties. And I'm not even going to say that I'm a Democrat. I'm like most people in the middle, sick and tired of the BS. Amen, brother. Amen. I can absolutely agree with you on that.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because it is. I mean, we've got extremists on both sides, and the answer is going to be in the middle. You cannot sit at extreme left and extreme right and think anybody's going to take you seriously because you have no desire to compromise. You have no desire to do anything. And that's how we get idiots elected into office. They're talking about World War XI. Did you hear that with Ohan? Talking about
No.
World War XI instead of World War II. She didn't even know what Roman numerals. She called it World War XI
Lord.
in front of everybody. But that's how you get extremists on both sides. They don't know history. They don't care about history. They don't care about the American people. All they care about is getting what they want. And it's on both sides. You have extremists on the right. You got extremists on the left. Ain't neither one of them no better than the other.
I thought it was World War 45 when Zool from Ghostbusters came back and decided to destroy us.
Yeah, Zool. Oh gosh, that was amazing.
Zool.
And the state. I'm sorry, but Ghostbusters was an amazing movie. I mean,
The original one.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man being the
Yeah.
destroyer of the world.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. But the long and the short of it is,
I was listening to you talk about black, brown, and all this shit with poop, with the votes and all that. You know what? It doesn't matter, but again, I think it all breaks down as to there has to be a policy that makes sure the smart people are voting. You can't have people with an IQ of 50 voting. You can't have Somalians with an IQ of an average of 75
But
voting. They're here
you
to
know,
grift this country. They're only looking out for themselves, so they're not going to vote. They're not going to vote for the people that are actually going to put the right people in charge. I mean, that's just plain and simple. They're going to vote for the people that are going to give them free shit and give them free stuff. Plain and simple. That's how
well,
they vote. They don't vote with their
that's
brains.
not just the nationality. That's a lot of people in this country.
Well, yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
said,
So it
Rob,
should go. So, but it should go for everybody. You should have to. Okay, I think the Safe Act needs to be passed, and I think there should be more implementations put onto that. You have to be able to pass a test, plain and
they're never
simple.
going to do that. I mean, let's be realistic.
No,
That's
yeah,
never
because they
going to
won't,
happen.
because they don't want it,
They're
because
not.
they want to stay in power.
Yeah, but they're never going to pass that. That's never going to get any traction from either
When you
side of the country.
when
Um,
you read that book I told you about, The Unseen Hand, I'm going to tell you, man, you're going to have a different outlook on a lot of things, and on top of it, you're going to have an understanding that power corrupts.
oh,
It
I know
always
power,
does.
and it always
It
does.
always does. For
All
most
right.
people, like me, it doesn't. I mean, I'm well off. I help people out. I do things. It's never corrupted me. It hasn't changed my mentality. But I'm not like normal people because I've lived poor. I lived middle class. I've been poor, middle class, poor, rich, poor. I
Yeah.
bounced all over the spectrum. So it's
All right.
ridiculous.
Anthony's got a couple of comments here. He says, Rob, I'm not sure if you agree with this. It seems like each previous generation kicks an account down the road when it comes to environmental safety to the generation after them and doesn't do anything. Okay, number one, I'm going to ask you for your definition of environmental safety. And
Yeah, I'm curious about
two,
that.
number two, uh, well, I'll just wait your answer on that. I'm going to go on to your next question, though, or next comment. The reason why that's never going to happen, half of these politicians are corrupted by the insurance lobby. That's why they say the SAVE Act or even Affordable Care to a point never got fully passed. Well, the Affordable Care Act was not health reform. It was health insurance reform. It spread the cost of people that didn't use insurance across the whole line and made everybody's insurance either go up or go down. So the ones that didn't use their insurance, it still went up. I'm not sure that, what I mean about environmental safety, not allowing to oil companies to draw anywhere and putting restrictions on them. Okay, Anthony. Let me put this in perspective on where I stand on this particular topic. Okay. Do we have any infrastructure anywhere in this country that would currently allow us to get away from fossil fuels? Anywhere. Any type of infrastructure. To what I mean, like, if I have an electric car, does it have the
Eh,
range to drive across the country?
eh,
No. How many times
eh.
do I got to stop and spend hours charging this thing? We don't have and there's not even, that's if you can find a place to charge it. Okay. You're using a cell phone. The case on it is made from oil based products. The car that you drive has plastic in it. It comes from oil based products. You don't have a way to get away from fossil fuels right. Your shirts, your clothes, your underwear, the condoms, so we don't reproduce at too high of a rate, are made from rubber and petroleum. Rob, the reason we don't,
Everything you're wearing, my jeans, they have oil in it. My shoes have oil in it. My shirt has oil in it. The bottles, everything is made from oil. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. You can't get. What am I gonna? Am I gonna like plug some device in that instantly electrocutes and creates a shirt for me? It's not
Yeah.
gonna
I mean,
happen.
uh, I'm
Polyester. I mean, what do you think it's made of? Corn?
yeah. The whole thing is, Anthony, when we get to a point to where we can steer away
Yeah,
from fossil fuels, we absolutely should. But as it stands right now, coal
it's not happening.
coal is one of the leading what produces. We produce more electricity from coal than any other source right now. Did you realize that? You know, we could have dams, but we can't do that. Hydroelectric dams, they're slowly but surely all going away now. So we're getting away from that. Uh, Windmills aren't
They don't.
working. You
Windmills
go
do not produce.
the carbon footprint on those things are huge, huge. I mean, just the concrete and the metal and the plastics and those things, the carbon footprint on those are huge. You want to talk about solar energy? The batteries in them produce, there's so much waste produced from the batteries in those things. You know, they're talking about China. China's going all green. They got all this solar stuff. They're kicking people off their land to put these solar farms up, and they ain't even got a place. They're already getting in trouble for what they're doing with the batteries, leaching all this crap back into the environment. So that's not working. Uh, that's what I'm saying. We're so dependent on coal, and the coal companies demonize alternative energies like hydroelectric and nuclear. That's why we don't have a massive. Hey, I'm all for nuclear, and I'm all for hydroelectric. Okay, uh, they've started making these mini nuclear reactors now. I'm really a big fan of those. You can put them anywhere. I like them. Keep them safe. And they produce less waste and everything. These little and they'll power a city. You know, they're great. Use them. You know,
I
uh,
was reading about something that they're creating for the data centers for AI. They're creating mini nuclear reactors
yeah,
that can power the data for the AIs
yeah. That's where a
and
lot of this
power them.
technology comes from.
So
And
if we
for
can create,
oh, I think we lost him. Is he coming back? He froze.
Hung up.
Oh no, he froze up. He'll come back. Yeah. Look, these little mini nuclear reactors are great. I mean, why not use them to power the AI? Why not use them? You know, come on. You know, Barry says they're knocking down 45 houses in Coweta. Coweta. That's a funny name. Coweta County to run a transmission line for Georgia Power to supply these data centers. That, you know, I don't think they should be knocking down somebody's houses for this. You know,
No.
let's see. Well, the hell no, we lost you.
Rob wants the older generation of the corporate caps Republicans and Democrats retire. The newer generation is beholden to these donors. All right, I gotta go find Mama and I something to eat.
Huh?
So I gotta go find Mama and I something to eat. I guess I'm gonna go to
Oh.
McDonald's.
All right. Well, it's
There he is.
right at time. Let me catch this last little bit here,
Okay.
and we'll call it so everybody can get some rest and do our things here. Barry
sorry
said,
about that.
"Oh, you're fine. It happens." Said Rob, once the older generation of corporate capture Republicans and Democrats retire, the newer generation is not beholden to these donors. But here's the problem, and I understand what you're saying, sir. I really do, and I agree with you on some of this. Okay, they are going to be holding to them because they're going to keep funneling the money back in so that they can get elected. They're going to be funneling the money. All right. And let's face it, that's the way it's been in this country for years and years, and it's not changing. And no time soon. I hope it does. I wish it would, but it's not going to. Not for a while. Well, Mr. Lion King, thank you so much for joining in with us tonight. We're about 2 hours in, and I haven't eaten since this morning, and I'm freaking hungry. Janet's got to go get food for her and her mama. And we generally cut it a little bit short on Monday nights anyway. So thank you so much for coming in with us.
Yeah,
enjoyed
I haven't eaten either.
All right. Well, let's all go grab us something to eat. We're going to hit a raid on Rumble real quick. So for everybody else, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Jen's going to play us some music. We're going to pop out. If you're not on Rumble, why not? Get on Rumble. Have some fun with us. Love you guys. Salute.
Later, guys.
Hit us some music.
Boy, I tell you what. It's time to watch Southern Fried Podcast. With Robert and Jen, y'all come on and sit down fast.